the gentleman who had been a fellow under my dad's oncologist, his name is Paul Kelly Markham, and he, over the 13 years since my dad's diagnosis, had taken a position as the head of genetic breast cancer at Duke Hospital Cancer Center. So talk about, you know, somebody you want to get involved with. So I immediately had an appointment with him. And again, the original oncologist as well as the surgeon said, at this point in the year that I was diagnosed in 2005, there was such a small percentage that they were attributing to genetic. And so really at that time they said, oh, it's not going to be genetic. Don't worry about it. You're going to have a lumpectomy. You won't even probably have to have chemo. You know, it was just like easy peasy. Everybody was, and then all of a sudden they call me in and I meet with a geneticist, and Dr. Moore was the one who had pushed to do the genetic testing. And because he had that knowledge and that expertise, so I just was very fortunate. I would not have known to ask for genetic testing because I certainly didn't think my dad had had breast cancer. So again, it just, nothing was clicking yet at the time. Nothing really was hitting. And then basically they had me do a family tree, and they tested me, my mom, and my sisters. And everybody was negative but me. And they sat down, and at the time, the woman gave me an envelope. She slid it across the table, and as I opened it up, it basically told me, you know, what gene it was that had been identified that had the mutation. And then it told me the percentages of increase of every other type of cancer that now I was at risk for. What does this mean? Right. And initially what it meant, because, you know, you can only take one step at a time, you can't look at the whole picture yet or you'll get overwhelmed, was that my simple procedure went from, you know, a lumpectomy to now at 33, we've got to be really aggressive with you because your percentages of having breast cancer in the other breast as well as having ovarian cancer have just gone, you know, through the roof. And so we've got to be very, very aggressive. All of a sudden it got really serious. And because of that, I felt that there was no chance that I would survive, because I felt that because I had the gene, got it from my dad, and my dad had died, that therefore that was my fate. That's how I interpreted it, because the gene overrode any type of other information they were giving me. So, you know, that's really what the gene did at the time, because I didn't know anybody else who had the gene. Nobody. I mean, I really did not know anybody. And so I really felt like that was it. Like, even if I could survive the breast cancer, now you're talking about ovarian cancer and colon cancer and skin cancer. And I thought, well, there's no way. There's no way. And I really kind of gave up pretty early in the treatment plan once I received that news.